are close today.
We are close today. To all the audio listeners, y'all missing out. Because we got a new setup.
Yeah, we've got a new setup. So if you haven't seen it, tune into the video.
Yes.
And then you'll see the new setup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, hello, Elle.
Hello.
Welcome to the segment of What's Up and What's New in Your Life.
In your life.
In your life.
Sounds like a game show.
It does. And now for the next Jeopardy question for $200 million. Who is gonna be the new president of the United States? Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel.
We're aggressively welcoming you to our new podcast setup.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, who are you?
So, who am I? That is a question.
That is the question.
That is a question. Oh no, who am I?
Okay.
Existential crisis.
Okay, wait. Hello everyone, welcome back to chapter 7 of this potty. My name's Elle.
And I'm Annie.
And we're so glad to have you back today.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in again. And we are actually so excited that we are at episode 7 now.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we've been quite consistent. We've been doing this every Sunday for the last few weeks. It's been such
a few months now.
Few months. Oh, it's been 2 months then since we started.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
I know.
But I love it, because every Sunday we get an opportunity to hang out and just fool around a bit before we start this episode.
Yeah.
As you can see, again, let's address the elephant in the room, the setup. What's up? What's up with the setup?
Okay, so I looked outside and I was like, what if we bring our outdoor furniture inside and film a podcast?
Yeah.
And then Annie was like, let's do it.
Let's
Why
do it.
not? And I was like, you know what? That's so right. Why not?
You need that kind of friends who fuel your crazy ideas at all times. Yeah. And then we also were like, this is giving a bit news anchory type moment.
Yeah.
So we're having our media anchor moment.
Yeah. Also, we're talking about work today, so it's gonna be like a bit serious.
Sure.
With the asterisk.
Serious. Maybe. So, Elle, I have an interesting question for you today.
Oh yes, ask me.
So, would you live up to 300 years old if you get a chance?
Yes, definitely. There are just so many things that I want to do in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I can live up to 300 years old, fully healthy, like if I can still walk around, like if I'm bedridden, like no, what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I'm still walking and I'm still kicking, yes, 100%. Yeah. What about you?
Me too. I think 300 is a good age to live. I might live up to 500 as well if I get an opportunity.
Honestly, yeah. Think of like the places you can travel.
Exactly. I want to go all over the globe and see every single thing that there is to see.
Yeah. And like, bro, space travel.
I know, and look, I feel like in 500 years we might progress quite a lot, you know. So I wanna be there to see what stuff what stuff humanity gets up to.
When I'm editing your body.
Oh, that's so true.
So that's like, oh, which if should I cut to?
And then we're trying to cut it to exactly the way how it sounds up properly. Like, you know, it cuts and then picks up.
Yeah.
But then the whole look changes and everything.
Yeah,
There was this one, I think it's the previous episode, the episode that's gonna get posted today. Elle edited and like I'm saying something and then it gets cut and in the very next sequence, I've got my glasses on, I'm wearing socks again. The whole thing has been changed. That's a fun part of editing, I would say.
That is a fun part. Gosh, yeah. Also, I just realized sitting like this, we might have trouble editing the reel to like. Maybe for this reel, we can be together in one.
Oh, the one whole reel.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to switch it up once in a while. We'll see if you guys like it. We'll see if you guys are vibing with this format.
It's just a bunch of experimenting.
Because why not? Like, you know, like as we talked so many times in the previous episodes, you gotta take some risks, do some new things here and there, and just figure it out. Just like going to work.
Yes, like going to work.
So, Elle, another question. What would you say your relationship is? Not me. Not me asking you, what is your relationship with XYZ every single episode? So what is your relationship with work like?
With work?
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
You know what feels? Shout out, you know who you are.
My relationship with work is alright. I went through this thing where, because I started off in a grad program. So I get to do like a bunch of rotations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I first got into my first team, I really liked it. It was because I do IT, but this one was an all women's team. Yeah, so I think like now I'm kind of like at the in between stage where I'm like I feel like I could grow more. Like I feel like I could grow more in the work that I do now, but then like I'm just too afraid to like take the step to like switch, because I feel like I'm so comfortable in like my current team. I'm so comfortable, but then I just don't feel like I'm growing. So like I'm in that stage where I'm like, oh, what should my next step be?
How do you define what growth is at a workplace for you?
Ooh, I feel like it's like learning stuff that can be used in other workplaces.
I feel like a good workplace will also teach you stuff that can be used in real life. Like, situations, for example, let's say you came across some sort of a work which required a lot of like teamwork and stuff, that can be applied to real life when you encounter something tricky like that.
But like growing in terms of work, so I would imagine myself, I'm given a work to do, right? I'll be like, okay, would this be applied to like if I were to move to a new company? Would I take the knowledge and use it in the next company?
If the skills are like transferable.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. So like I feel like that's my definition of growing at work, is whether if the skills were transferable or not.
Like for me, what growth would mean, like, anyone who starts a new job, you don't really know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But then as you keep doing it, you get more confident. So I feel like you're the person that people can come up to for any questions. And like if you're getting to that point, I think that's a good sign that you're growing. And also definitely the transferable skills. Like so when you were a child, did the work life match up to what you had set up as your dreams and goals, or was it different?
Was it what I expected?
Yeah, is it what you expected, or is it different, or how?
I think it is what I expected, because I think I kind of knew what the corporate 9-to-5 life is like, because my mom owns like a company, so I would always go to her office after school.
Oh, okay.
So I'm always in that office environment growing up. I kind of have that expectation, but after being in the workforce, after like 20-ish years of schooling, I love it.
No, so for me, okay, I thought for some reason that work life was gonna be a lot more glamorous. So like my dad was a working person. He was a manager for like ever since I developed the brains to understand what a job meant. He was the manager. And so he would be doing all the exciting fun stuff. Everyone would come up to him. Everyone would like respect him a lot. So I thought that that's what it's like. Like everyone gets that response. But I did not realize that there are lower employees, higher employees.
No, that's the thing with my mom as well, because every day is like a fashion show.
I legit thought that my workplace was gonna be like Devil Wears Prada.
Oh my gosh, same.
I'm dressing up in the fanciest outfits.
Bro, we're literally both in like the women in STEM world. So
really.
It's like literally no one cares what you wear. Like my mom's always like, oh, you should like dress better, like wear heels to work and stuff. I literally wear sneakers.
Same.
And my mom I tell my mom, like, literally no one cares.
No one cares.
Like people be wearing hoodies in my office.
I think something that I really thought workplace environment would be like is that there would not be so much pressure. I thought that once you're done with school, once you're done with uni, like that pressure sort of goes away. But I'm realizing that the pressure at workplace is even more than what.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know, based on my experience, I just feel a lot more pressure in terms of like not messing it up. But it's also because uni felt like I am doing this not for myself. I'm doing this to like maybe appease my parents, Because
interesting.
But then work feels like, oh, I gotta show up. I gotta have this shit logged in. Like, that's how I feel. I'm also a bit of a workaholic. Like, sometimes if I get really engrossed in work, I will work till like 7 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I have a pretty opposite experience. So I work from 8 to 4, and I love the routine, and I love that it's less pressure. Because I feel like uni and school, I just don't like the fact that I have to come home from uni or school and then study and then do my assignment. And then I have to do that on the weekends as well. True. Now during the weekends, I don't think of work.
You're just chilling?
I'm just chilling.
I don't know. I can't relate. It doesn't happen every weekend, but there are some weekends where I'm actually like sitting and thinking about work. So
oh my gosh.
It's a bit different from like how I envisioned it to be. Obviously, I thought it was going to be way more glamorous for sure. It is not. Alright, Elle, as somebody who's like working now, what would you say is like the most important thing, like, for them to know? Somebody who's trying to find a job.
I think for landing a job, it's really who you know.
Yeah, oh my god, it really is.
It's really who you know, and the networking.
The networking is big, because even when you apply for jobs, you need to still reach out and network with the person who might be your hiring manager or recruiter.
Yeah.
A lot of people work really hard at uni and school to get really good grades.
Yeah.
So that has become so common that people are now looking for an extra edge. It's like, what else? What else do you have? Like, except for good grades, what else? So it's like the networking aspect, which is like you have to...
The people skills.
Yeah, you have to put yourself out there and like talk to people.
I don't know about you, but when I was in uni, I went to a lot of networking events. I volunteered so much, and like whenever there's like some kind of company event, I would go up to them and be like, oh, I want to know more about your company, what you do, and stuff like that. And I really tried to like land myself, especially as an international student.
Yeah, true.
You have to put in that extra effort to get to know people.
Even myself, when like the uni would have networking events, I would go to everything. Like I would try my best. Well, because they would also give freebies like pens and notepads and bags and bottles.
Give me all that shit.
Yeah, give me all that shit. I love it. But I would like talk to them and try to like most of the people who would come there would be the hiring recruiters or the people who end up hiring you. So I ended up like getting a couple of interviews and everything through those people because I kind of maintained contact. I would say LinkedIn is such a good tool in this regard because I have landed all my jobs through LinkedIn. Yeah, I did not go for like a graduate role right after uni ended because I was also not sure if this is what I wanted to do. So I was just kind of like figuring out what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I would just reach out to people on LinkedIn if like somebody posted a job and I kind of found the job intriguing and interesting and felt like something I would want to do. Then I would just reach out to them on LinkedIn, have a chat with them, see what they were feeling like, and just be like, I can come for a trial. I'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out.
Do you post on LinkedIn?
I used to, but I deleted some of my posts. Yeah.
See, I don't know if this is like a good thing to say, but like I find LinkedIn a bit pretentious.
LinkedIn is pretentious.
I'm just like, oh my god, like literally anything could be a LinkedIn post. Like you trip and fell
and this
on the
taught
sidewalk,
me.
and this taught me about life, how life has like little bumps on the road, and you have to be aware of your surroundings, and that's how I land my job.
There was this one post I made on LinkedIn about failure.
Oh god.
And I said something, I probably said something like that.
I wish I could post something on there that's like not cringe, you know, because LinkedIn is such a great platform.
It's a great tool, yeah, fully.
Yeah.
Again, I think the reason why LinkedIn is so pretentious is because I just think in general, at workplace, we are not completely ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
We have to bring this version of ourselves who's professional, you know, synergy and forward thinking and touching bases and all that stuff. So LinkedIn is kind of like that. It's like a workplace, but it's like a workplace networking.
But anyway.
So I landed both of my jobs via LinkedIn. So I would say if you're like somebody who is looking for a new job or you're just like kind of confused about where do you want to start, definitely try LinkedIn.
In terms of like looking for jobs, right, I reckon just like apply.
Yeah.
Literally, like if you don't meet some of the criteria, just
doesn't
apply.
matter, just apply.
I think like statistics does show that males are more likely to just apply even if they don't meet all the criteria.
Yeah.
But female is like
you will overthink.
You will overthink and be
Yeah.
like, oh man, I don't have this one skill, and then if the girl would just be like, I won't apply.
I feel like workplaces, well, clearly, first of all, workplaces were set up by men for men, like, you know, so it's very much like their game, like, you know, and we have to play it like the man. Because, look, I don't think that the changes that are gonna happen like quickly. It's gonna take time. So instead of changing the game, just learn how to play the game even better. Yeah.
So Annie, do you think you've achieved that work-life balance that people talk about?
I wish. No, I think work definitely takes a bit too much of my time. Like I said, I feel like I totally have the tendency of becoming a workaholic. I feel like some people are able to distance themselves from work.
Yeah.
When sort of work ends, like you hit 5 p.m, you're able to like, it's for one day now, yeah. But for me, I find I struggle with it. It's something that I'm definitely working on.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely practicing on how to turn the laptop off when the time hits and just realize that just because it's work, it doesn't mean it's my whole life.
Yeah.
I think it comes from a sense of like perfectionism where I want to be really good at this and I want to be like top notch and I want to know everything, but realistically, humanly, it's not possible. That's why we work in teams, right?
Yeah.
So that we have other people who can like who have skills on something that we might be lacking, so we can like, you know, collaborate and stuff. But sometimes in my head I'm like, no, I need to know everything. I need to be able to do my job, I need to be able to do my boss's job, but definitely my brain gets to a point where it's like, I need to know everything.
Oh, dang.
So what about you, Elle?
I think I have achieved work-life balance.
Nice, that's
feel.
good.
Maybe because I have a pretty flexible work arrangement and also a pretty flexible workplace.
Yeah.
And like during the weekends or like literally Friday afternoon, my brain turns off. It's like, nope,
It's done.
I'm not gonna think about work. I'm just gonna think about my weekend. It's always just kind of nice to like look forward to like spending time outside of work.
Yeah.
You know, like on weekends, I'm like we hang out all the time, but like
yeah.
weekends are like packed all the time.
Like it gets really busy.
Yeah, it gets really busy with fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't really.
I think that's true.
Stress too much.
Really turning off. Like not checking your emails, not checking anything, just absolutely turning it off for the weekend and genuinely enjoying the weekend and being present in the situation.
Yes.
I think that helps a bit. Yeah, for sure. I'm still getting there. For me, I'm still getting there, but I think I've gotten so much better now as compared to before. What is a good reset day for you like? Like how do you reset back before let's say on a Sunday, like before work starts again?
Yeah, so on a Sunday I'll try to like meal prep for my week. So like I usually bring my own lunch to work. So I like meal prep and everything, do my grocery shopping and stuff like that. So it's like, just like kind of like, okay, I'm prepared for Monday. That's why I love the work life because I have like a set routine. Like, okay, Monday to Friday, I'm doing this at this time, and then I come home and I do this. So I love the routine, and I love that I don't have to like think about work outside of work. You know, like
that's true.
I think that's like a privilege that it's like such a privileged thing to say.
No, but like it's fair. Like also,
I know most people don't have that, and I feel like sometimes it is good to like not be a workaholic all the time because I think I grew up in a family where like everyone has their own businesses. Like I come from a family of like businesswomen and businessmen. So I see how tough it is to run a business. And how much time you have to put into your work. You know, like you're not working 9 to 5, you're working 24/7.
Yeah, pretty much. For a business, absolutely.
So that's why I like
you understand the value of sort of stepping away.
So the value of just like stepping away and be like, okay, you know what? I really value time with people. Like I value time with people more than anything. So like
funny question on that. What is your love language? Quality time?
Okay, so my top 3 is physical touch, quality time, and I think words of affirmation. No, actually no, acts of service.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Yeah, I love
was gonna say my top is acts of service, and that's why I am a workaholic. Because I'm like the way how I show like appreciation towards anything is by like being of service to it.
Another thing was so because of this new workplace that I am in, sometimes when I go to work, it's like, oh man. You know, that kind of like, dreading that Monday kind of work. So like,
the Sunday scaries.
The Sunday scaries kicks in. And then there was this one time I went to work and my coworker asked me, what is my dream job? Like if I can have any career in the world, would you be doing this? Ooh,
okay. What do you say?
I said, probably not.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, okay, if I have the knowledge and the money, I would be doing so many other things.
I think what I would do is I would just invest in a bunch of really big businesses, so that's where I'm getting the money from, and then I'm just traveling the world.
Okay, well, but that's not a job. Okay, what if you need the money, but you have all the knowledge in the world? What career would you go for?
Ooh, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I think I would really
writer.
I would really like to work in like the entertainment industry, like as a writer, director or something, just because I like stories. Like I think you are a very big book reader and I'm a huge like movie person, so I really get inspired by like watching really good movies and like understanding the cinematography behind it, editing and all that stuff clearly but so I think I would that is something that I would do, and I would probably use all the money I have to make some really good movies. Or let's say if I read a really good book and I want to have like want to see like a adaptation of that book or something like that, so that would be something that I would want to do. Other than that, I think travel life influencer and stuff, so something like that I would like to do, where I could just like go to hotels and eat their fancy food and promote it.
My grandma would like to watch these shows on TVs where it's just like people showing people showing different countries and places to go to, and my grandma was like, "That's my dream job." Yes,
I get it.
go thrive.
I think there's this YouTube channel, Architectural Digest or something,
Yeah.
where like people, these real estate agents go to really fancy houses. Yeah.
Honestly, bro,
Oh my god.
dude,
Sign me up.
you earn so much as a real estate agent if you only sell like expensive ass houses.
Yeah.
Because you get like, I think the
much
2%,
money.
and like 2% of like 8 million.
He's a
is
lot. He's
stomps.
a lot. He
Yeah.
stomps, exactly.
So like literally you sell like one house a year.
Yeah, and
You're done.
You're done. You
You're
don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And you get to see like really cool houses, which
I know.
is so cool.
I would love to, I think that is something that I would really love to, just like going to houses and then
Yeah.
like just
Well,
showing them the house and
Let's just
everything.
do that as a side gig.
Yeah.
Screw this podcast. We'll
Actually,
just sell houses.
No, we'll have a bunch of jobs, selling houses, podcast, YouTube, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that like in the environment that we live in now, one job is just not enough. Like one job is not gonna satisfy you. You need to have like personal projects and
Yeah.
passion projects.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I read this term about the octopus income, which is like you have
Yes.
eight to nine like streams of income, whether that
Yeah.
be investing, your side
Which
hustle.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about money management later, but
Yeah.
like about this job thing, right? This is why I want to live up to 300 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many things
Things
I
you
want
can
to
do.
do. Literally, when my coworker asked me that question, right? I was on my desk like,
Oh my god.
what am I doing here? Like, I could be doing so many things right now. I searched up like how to get into flight school,
Oh my god.
and apparently it's really expensive. So
yeah.
if I win the lottery, I won't be telling anyone, but there will be
There will be
signs.
signs.
There will be signs. I will be flying planes. But yeah, there are just so many things I want to do, and there's just not enough time in this lifetime for me to
Do all of
pursue
those
in
things.
different streams of
The-
jobs.
The urge to just leave your job and travel the world is intense for me. I'm not kidding.
I think it's like
It's doable. So
it's
many people do
okay,
it.
Here's the plan, right?
Okay.
So okay.
Okay.
Here's the plan. Okay, but before I get into this master plan,
Master plan.
I feel like you don't have to quit your job to travel. Because,
Yeah, you can
okay,
just find a remote.
we talk about work-life balance, right? So like first there's like the remote job, and then like so I feel like I've traveled a lot this year,
Yeah.
and it's just like just taking leave and then go. So
Yeah.
so every 2 months I go on like a trip.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah.
So like you can totally do
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
true.
that's like doable. Like you can do travel and work at the same time. So that's like already 2 options.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you. And a third option, if you want to go absolutely crazy, take all your money right now, invest in something that can give you like a second income,
Yeah.
like a house or something
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
can like rent it or something.
Dude, I don't have to work and I'm just getting passive income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
And there, problem solved.
I don't know if this is like, if I've already said this word too many times, but I would love to travel.
And you can literally do it.
Yeah, you know what? I will look into this. I'll look into
Yeah.
this because I do wanna. I feel like okay, I never. So India was the only place that I lived at, and then Australia is like the second place that I've been at, and I've been in Australia for 6 years, and only first time this year I went to Sydney for the very first time.
Girly pop.
I know.
Okay, well, after this episode, we're looking at flights.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's just like, okay, to be fair, I got the travel bug from my mom. My
Yeah.
mom loves traveling, so like every school holiday,
Holiday.
every school holiday will be going to like a different
Oh, really?
different country or
Oh,
like a
that's
different
so
like
fun. Yeah.
I'll be on a plane every school holiday. So that's why like to me it's like it is so doable.
Yeah.
With especially like now you've got your full-time income.
You know, this is suddenly giving me an understanding of why I'm a workaholic, because my dad is a workaholic. We never really did a lot of trips because he would just not want to take leave. He would just want to work all the time.
Yeah.
So it was just like, but yeah, now that I've grown up and I've gone traveled by myself a
Yeah.
bit, I am just like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Yeah. Like what I want to do is I want to work for a few months and then take like a whole month off and just like enjoy, like really just have a good time, and then come back, do some more work, and then go out again and enjoy.
Yeah, that's literally work-life balance.
That's true, right?
Yeah, so like it's funny
Not
how,
me discovering things on the podcast.
it's literally how it's kind of funny how we're like kind of like our reflection of our parents, because that's how your dad is. But my mom's like, she's a workaholic, but she also like takes time off to travel.
Yeah.
So she's also like she works for like 2-3 months and then she goes out for like a holiday.
Yeah,
and
that's so nice. I would love to be a business owner because then I can like really put some few months and really focus on the business, see how it's doing, like generate some revenue, and then once it's once I'm getting some things back, I'll take a break, you know, and then come back, work on it some more. So you know how like sometimes your business have like the busy periods, and then sometimes they have like chill periods.
I guess it depends on what kind of business.
That's fair.
Yeah, it really depends. So we're gonna be talking about
Money.
we're gonna be talking about money management. Because when you're in the workforce, I was gonna say 24/7. when you just started your bigger job and you're like, oh my gosh,
Sure.
I've got money.
Yeah.
What do I do with it?
Yeah.
You know,
Save.
save.
Invest.
I think be intentional of your spendings.
Exactly.
So like if you see something that you like but like don't need, like think twice, because also think about like your saving goals, you know, like what are you saving for, you know, so like,
so if you have like, for example, a travel plan coming up, then you have that goal that, okay, I'm going to be traveling at the end of this year, I need to save up certain amount. Or if I want to buy, let's say, a really nice laptop or a computer set or something for yourself, then you have a planned saving goal for this, which helps with saving a lot. Like if you're just saving without any thought in mind, then it's easier to like dip into your pull from your savings. But if you know that, oh, I'm saving for XYZ reason, it helps to like save.
I think with money management, I think I've got it. So, you know, that sounds so fucking pretentious. Can you shut the fuck up, Elena? I fucking hate you so much. Oh, I feel like I don't want to say
like you're getting there.
I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I think like money, I think I've got it like figured out.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I feel like I think for me, I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I recently realized that money is not something that is supposed to hold you back. Where that money is not the end all be all situation.
Yeah.
And since my relationship with money and thinking about it sort of improved, I feel like it has become easier to save and everything. And now I really want to invest. Like, I really want to learn how to do all that.
There's literally so many apps that helps you.
Exactly.
You have like Comsec if you're in Australia.
Comsec, you have Binance is really good for Bitcoin and stuff as well. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. It gives you good returns.
I don't know if I trust crypto. But
you can also invest on like USD and stuff on that one.
There's Spaceship. So many. But do your own research.
Absolutely.
I've heard there's this like book that I read. It was like if you think investing is risky, you don't know anything about investing.
Ooh.
Obviously with like shares, right? You gotta invest in like good shares. When my grandparents buy shares, I don't know what those shares are called, but you have to like look at it every day and it goes like up and down and you gotta like call the agent and be like, I don't know what's that called.
No, I think
not that.
They are doing trading. They're doing day trading.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the one.
Day trading is a bit more like intense because you have to be checked in. But like long-term investment, like high yield long-term investment where you like don't touch your money for a while. Even if the stocks go down, they will come back up because our economy just works that way. If something's going down, it is going to come back up anyway. So like having that long-term yield would be a very like my brother, he's younger than me. He's full on. He has invested so much money and he's made a lot of returns as well. And like he's the finance bro in the family. So he like talks about it, he tells me about it, and it's like it's so good. And like you will always have like that comfort that if suddenly these stocks go high up, a lot of money is gonna come to you. So I think a very good way to money management is definitely figure out a saving goal and definitely learn more about how you can invest that money back into yourself or into something that's gonna give you very high returns.
So like instead of shares, you can always do like assets. So like I feel like I trust property investment more than anything.
You wouldn't be saying that in 2008.
True. But
no, like now we have a lot of alternative assets. Like first it would just be shares and stocks, but now you can invest in property, you can invest in like startups, you can invest in like so many new things that are happening now. Because the company that I work for is an investment company basically. There's a lot of ways that you can invest, and like I feel like this information is not provided to us in schools because
I hate that.
But I also feel like money management and saving is something that can only happen when you want to do it and you want to learn about it, or you've had a good relationship with it growing up, then you would want to save it. But do your own research. It's actually not that difficult if you find like a good mentor or a coach or good resources to learn more about it. And once you know that, I think it becomes easier. Isn't it said that like making your first million is the hardest? Once you get to that point, the money just starts cycling itself.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't know what that feels like, but hopefully.
I do.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm a billionaire. What do you mean? Just the secret life of Elena.
Yeah, like
It's like a Hannah Montana thing.
yeah. But I think it's also like what you spend on. So like for me, I don't spend on things. So I don't spend on clothes. I don't spend on like as it not like don't spend on like I don't spend a lot on clothes. I'm like frugal when it comes to like food. But then I spend on traveling.
You spend. I spend a lot on like food.
Food, yeah.
I'm a big foodie, and also I am a bit materialistic, so I do spend on clothes.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know where my money goes sometimes. What am I buying? I'm just a girl. Give me a break.
Yeah, no, I would rather spend money on experiences.
Yeah, I think I used to be the person who would go for short-term happiness, but now I'm like, I want to spend on experiences as well,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
more. Like now that I'm like, I don't know what shifted in my brain, but now I realize that, oh no, I really want to see the world. I think
Frontal lobe
the
development.
frontal lobe development makes me want to see the whole world. We are like rushing through this now.
We are. We need to go suitcase rummage because we're frugal.
We gotta thrift. Alright, what would you say you do to sort of, like, when works get too stressful and it becomes a lot, what would you do to like sort of bring yourself back down, like not let it get to you? Because mental health in workplace is definitely something that needs to be balanced.
Yeah, I think definitely have this is what I don't know if this is toxic or not, but whenever there's like a minor inconvenience that happened at work and I'm like frustrated, I go to Seek and Indeed and LinkedIn to look for other jobs, and I'm like, there are other opportunities out there for me.
That's literally what I do as well.
Really?
The moment I'm like, anything minor inconvenience, what new jobs are out there, I'm leaving it. It's done. I'm over with it.
I just feel like,
I think it gives you a sense of security knowing that there are jobs out there.
Yeah.
So even if things go really, like, if they hit the fan, if shit hits the fan, you can always dip.
yeah. It's just a job.
It's just a
not,
job.
It's
not your world. It's not your whole. I think that's a big thing. Just realizing that I used to think that if I mess up at work, it's like, oh my god, everything is going away. But now I'm like, it's not that deep.
It's not that
It's
deep.
not that deep. It's just work. It's just a place you go to contribute your part in the society, and that's it. And you get paid for it. Full stop. Nothing else. Nothing more. Yeah.
I think because you spend so much time at work, it's so important to like feel good while you're at it, because, and I would say your co-workers, like the people you work with, play a huge part on mental health at work.
If you're in a toxic work environment, no matter how hard you work, you are never gonna feel fulfilled. You're never gonna feel like you are making a difference, you're doing a good job, because the environment is so bad. So another thing is, if you want to have a workplace where your mental health is like okay and not struggling, definitely look out for the culture, look out for the workplace environment, see how the people are, and if you feel the toxicity, then you know that maybe this is not the place for you.
I think there's just so much we can talk about this topic, but I don't think we can cover them all.
So I feel like a lot of your, like, again, going on with this toxic work environment, it's like if you feel scared to bring up a conversation with your boss, that those are some of the signs. Not to say this workplace is completely toxic, but you can tell that you are a team and you need to feel comfortable talking about yourself and what you're feeling about at the workplace to your managers and stuff. And if you feel like you're not able to do that, then maybe like you could check, you could see what's happening. Again, I think following up on that, it's like it goes two ways. So sometimes you realize that maybe you take criticism in a bad way. So also recognizing how are you dealing with the criticism. Whatever your manager said to you, if it's actually coming from a toxic place or if he's genuinely trying to provide you a good feedback. So just understanding that it's not personal, and if they're not like personally attacking you and mostly just giving you an overall feedback for your job and being like nice and polite about it, I think that's good. But like if you struggle to talk to your manager, if your manager is like really attacking you personally and you're feeling like really bad, then you can tell that this is sort of toxic, and then you can see if you want to step out of it.
I would also say, speaking of like work, right, I would say always strive to like move up. Like always strive to like earn more if you can. You know, like if you're in corporate, like try to move up the corporate ladder. If you're like in whatever, just try to like earn more.
Try to negotiate work is a place where you should ask for more. Like you deserve more because you are actually putting in time, effort, energy, and you know that's worth something. You are an actual member of the society who's like adding to the GDP of the nation. You are adding to a lot of things. So take that. Like you are really doing a great job if you're working. You know, you are like helping the society in no matter how tiniest way. You are helping it. So feel like you deserve to ask for that raise. You deserve to ask for more. You know, you are completely allowed to be like, hey, I'm doing a great job. I think I deserve more for what I'm doing. So feel that way, you know, like have that self-confidence within yourself. And I think I would just like to end it by saying that yes, we talked a lot about work, and yes, work is very important, but at the end of the day, it is not your whole world. And I know sometimes it feels scary if you're like in an uncomfortable workplace environment, like, but life will get better, but don't let work become your whole thing.
Because at the end of the day, it's just like, again, if you work at like a 9 to 5, at the end of the day, it's just like 8 hours of your day. You know, you've got another 8 hours where you're awake and be doing cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw this reel where this girl, she would do something fun every time she finishes work.
That really
just to like
adds
have
to
that
it.
like that thing that you look forward to.
After work, so there's this very nice sushi place, and after work I would like, not every single day, but like maybe 2 times, again I'm a foodie, so maybe 2 to 3 times a week I would just go there and eat some sushi because their sushi is so good. And I would like look forward to it so much after work, so that would make work fun as well, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish work and then go eat it. So like having things like that to look forward to really does help.
Let's get sushi later.
Let's get sushi later.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I just want to, before we end it, I just want to say that, again, we are not experts.
Absolutely.
Because the last episode that I edited, right, we sounded like such a know-it-all, you know? Like we're like, like this is our experience and like we know so many things. But again, like there are so many things that we haven't talked about.
And there's so much that you could talk about this topic. There's like a lot we can say, but at the end of the day, like we want to keep it very much relatable to what we have experienced, and if somebody does experience it. So we are not experts on this, of course, and everyone's experiences in this environment is going to be different. But so far, based on like what I've seen and what I've experienced myself, and same for you, these are some of the things that we felt like we could talk about.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This episode just flew by so fast.
I know. I just checked the time and we have been recording for 51 minutes and it felt like 30 minutes or something.
Oh my gosh. So we're gonna go grab some sushi now.
And we will see you
guys
next
in the next
time.
episode.
Bye.